Of course, we're celebrating the great history of hockey in this city of Toledo, Ohio, and we're pleased to be welcomed here in the broadcast booth with one of those hockey legends from this area, Doug Mahood. Yeah, I use the word legend. That's all right, right?
The older I get, the better I was.
See, there you go.
It's
Doug Mahood, who, of course, played with the Toledo Goaldiggers for a number of years and has been around in the Toledo area, still resides in this area here. And, boy, it's so great to see you tonight, Doug. And I know you and I were just talking off air a little bit. You know, the Toledo Walleye having these, celebrations has just been terrific. And the response by all the people that show up on these is fantastic.
Since they first started this building, and when the building was being built, the first 3 years now, they've treated us, I call us old guys, with great respect. They've always been there if we needed something. You know, if I had a golf tournament in the summer, hey, Nick, I need a donation. They've always been there. And it's really nice, to be honest with you, to be remembered. You know, it's a long time ago now, and it's quite flattering, actually, when I get in here tonight and I walk around and there's people, hi, Doug, how are you? You know, and I said, you got a good memory, because it's a long time ago now.
Yeah, but you know what, though? I mean, you think back to those great teams that you were a part of, and I know I've asked you this before, and I'll probably ask you again, I'm sure. But what do you remember when you think back to those? What stands out the most to you?
Well, what stands out is coming out of the locker room before the game and seeing the place packed, and the fans were like, they'd say a 12th man in football. Well, they were like an extra player. And I can remember the first game I played here, one of the first ones, they had 10-cent beer night.
Oh,
and
boy.
it had all these beers around of course, now they can't do that. And I would be scared if I was a player coming in here. But, you know, they just really took to us that first year when Teddy came. And I've created friendships since then. And it was just a tough building to play in for a road team. And Teddy wanted to make sure it was hard to play there, and it was hard. And obviously we were successful.
And you look at even take it to nowadays, and I know a lot of you guys talked about how great the city of Toledo was supporting hockey. And you look, I mean, at the amount of people that packed this place as well, and you're looking at maybe an 8,000 crowd here tonight. Just
to see the Yellow Hornet jerseys, does that tell you anything? Obviously to see the team, but anytime there's anything to do with the history of hockey in Toledo, the fans have always been behind it, you know, from the Hockey Night in Toledo book that the Blade put on, you know, the people that were involved in that. And then you come to a game like this, and it's a sellout. When I was coming in, they were selling standing room only. So it's a testament to Mr. Napoli that runs the place, to Nick, to all the marketing people, to yourself doing the games on the TV. You promote it. It's a fun place to come. You know, you bring your kid here, and it's a happening. Years ago at the old sports arena, you may not have wanted to take your young kids there, but times have changed.
Yeah, they certainly have. A final question here with Doug Mahood is, how much would you have loved to have played in this building?
Well, my older brother's down here from Canada, and he's watched me play since I was little. And we got in and we walked in, and I turned to him and I said, would I ever have loved to play here? Other than the arenas, the ice surface is bigger, so it's harder to catch the guys. But just to have a facility like this would, you know, be awesome. I mean, as a player, you try and get up for a game. Playing in this building, you get up for every game because it's just a beautiful facility.
All right, Doug, I certainly appreciate the time. Great to see you, my friend.
Good to see you, my friend, too, and thank you very kindly.
Thank you very much. Doug Mahood joining us here in between periods. It's 1-0 Reading in front. We'll be back with more in a moment on BCSN.